I just found that out. And she makes beautiful, outrageous jewelry. As you can see, I own some of her pieces. So if we could give Harriette a hand. Welcome.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me. I was so happy to get the call from Sandy and asked to come speak. My name is Harriette Knight. I'm actually a master healer, psychic medium, and the author of a couple of books, as well as the host of the Harriette Knight Psychic and Healing Hour, which is a radio show that's on every Wednesday. So I feel like I'm still on the radio. We just did the show, and now it's just a continuation of the show. It's on Blog Talk Radio, and you can call in and ask your psychic questions, and it's a very lively show. So anybody who wants the information, I'm happy to give you the information. I like to say that I'm the most non-woo-woo woo-woo person. And what's so interesting about this group is I know so many of you from so many different areas of my life. I've actually been a Santa Clarita resident for almost 23 years. And like Sandy said, I used to teach art. I owned a Mommy and Me art school, and I actually taught Eileen's kids when they were 2 years old. So, and I know Pamela, her son, and my son were friends in junior high. I mean, all across the board. I know a lot of people here, so I'm so grateful to be here. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then we're going to talk about the chakras. Now, some of you may say, I don't need to know anything about the chakras. I don't care about the chakras, but I guarantee that everybody here will learn at least one thing that they most needed to know. I always believe that whatever comes out needs to be heard, and whoever's here is meant to be here. So I look forward to seeing the little light bulbs going off over your head and saying, oh my God, that's just what I needed to know. So we'll see what happens. I grew up in New Jersey, and I grew up into a wonderful family. I lived in the suburbs of New Jersey, in Millburn, if anybody's from New Jersey. And I grew into a wonderful neighborhood, a wonderful family, very, very fortunate. I've always been into this type of thing, which is metaphysics. And I believed when I was younger, I believed that relatives who had passed watched over me. At very inopportune moments, I knew I was being watched over. Just when you don't want anybody to see you, you know, that's when they're checking in. I always had very vivid past life memories of Nazi Germany, of Native American lifetime, Civil War. And I know that people here in this room may think, yeah, I really love Native American stuff. Why is that? So, you know, you never know what comes in, leads into each lifetime. When I was 14, I started fixing up my friends according to their astrological signs. I thought that was a really good thing, which it probably was. There was a lot of validity to that. And I went to college and had my life, and I actually worked many, many, many jobs. And sometimes when I speak, I unravel a scroll of all the jobs I've ever had, which goes from here to the floor. And I worked in film, and I've done artwork. I've done lots and lots and lots of things. When I went to college, I got a degree in theater, and some of you know me from my party light days when I did candle shows, which was the show business, right? You do show business no matter how. And so I had my degree in theater. I did work in film, and I met and married an actor. Okay, like the red flag, big red flag right there. And I actually entered into a very abusive marriage, which was a big surprise, being that you see me, and you see me all optimistic and happy. I was always like this. And so walking into this marriage, it was very, very surprising because it doesn't happen like immediately. It sort of leaks out over the years until ultimately I was just a doormat, and it was 12 years down the line, and I went to my 20th high school reunion and came back and divorced my husband, which was great. And that was 17 years ago. Well, right after my ex-husband moved out, I dove headfirst into my spiritual practice. And I was doing channeling, and I was doing meditating, and all the things that kind of had been on the back burner came to the forefront. And I was looking for a book on chakras. And it was impossible, 17 years ago, impossible to find a book on chakras that was easy to understand. There were books on chakras, but they all had really long words, like long words that take up the whole page. And I couldn't comprehend it, and I found one CD of chakra meditations that I couldn't stand the woman's voice. And so every time I listened to it, it was grating on me. So I couldn't listen to that. And I just tucked it away. One day, there would be an easy to understand book on chakras. And 17 years later, actually, the book is out a year and a half, I wrote my own book called Chakra Power, How to Fire Up Your Energy Centers to Live a Fuller Life, which is easy, easy to understand. Your daughter would love this book. I'm telling you, this book goes for all ages. There's over 75 tips in the book on how to amp up your energy centers, and there's also a bonus section because I do make a line of healing jewelry because I have been an artist my whole life. And in the back of the book are all the gemstones and their healing attributes and the chakras that they affect. So it's a bonus section as well. So there's a lot of fun in this book. So what I thought that we would do is I would go over the chakras and share with you where they are, what they do, and maybe give a tip or two so that you can walk out of here feeling happier and healthier right away, instantly. It's instant. So yeah. So it's interesting that you can see, when you see me, you see I'm kind of cut off here, right here like this. Well, how perfect is that? Because I found out in meditation class that when you sit cross-legged in meditation, it's so all your chakras can line up. So how perfect. You're just seeing me, just like here, just like if we were in meditation. You can see all the chakras line up because what they do, there's 7 main chakras. I'm going to give you like a little chakra education. Chakra is the Sanskrit word for wheel. I like it to translate to energy center. So we're all energy, we're all bundles of energy, and we have a lot of energy centers or chakras in our body and around our body. Lots of them. As an artist, they're like all jumping out all over here. So we all have a lot, but just like there's a lot of stars and probably a lot of planets, we just talk about the main ones. So we're going to talk about the 7 main chakras that are in the body. They start off at the base of the spine, and they go right out to the crown of the head. So when you're sitting cross-legged, your chakras are lined right up. So that was good. So now you see